Marvel Studios' Guardians of the Galaxy has well, I guess what we can call a pretty big moment in the MCU. I mean, ever since it started, we've never had anybody drop an F-bomb, despite Samuel L. Jackson insisting he needs to be the one to do it when he shows up in an MCU project. All the honor went to Chris Pratt, and now we know just how this was possible. I just want to say, I find it funny that people are like, see, James Gunn went behind Kevin Feige's back and defied him, and he put the F-bomb in there and Kevin couldn't do anything about it. Guys, Kevin can literally do something about it. It's literally his film. He approves the final cut, despite what anybody else does. Same with Disney and Bob Iger. They all have more say than the director of the project. Need I remind you all what happened in the past? Remember Deadpool 2 was going to have a Thanos reference? And Kevin Feige went over to Fox and was like, hey, I appreciate it, but don't do this. And they were like, all right, Kevin, you're the man, you're the Marvel man, we're not going to do it. And they removed it. So, no, James Gunn did not go behind his back, but we did learn from Chris Pratt, and the details were later confirmed, that, yeah, James Gunn decided to just shoot the scene anyway. He wanted that in there, and they weren't sure if they were going to be able to pull it off and what would happen with the rating. Typically, you're allowed one F-bomb in a PG-13 film. Marvel Studios has made sure not to use it, but finally they decided to put it in something, and this was it. And essentially what happened was James Gunn wanted to be the one that directs a project where it finally happens, and he convinced them that the perfect use of it was in Guardians 3, and that it went to Star-Lord because of the circumstances and what they were going for. And ultimately, this ended up making it in, despite a lot of conversations whether Disney and or Marvel would allow it to stay in. And in my opinion, and I've always said this, you don't need swears to be adult. Maybe if you're like 13, you think swears make you an adult, you like them, but you don't need them. But there are places and times where you can work it in. And there are places where it feels necessary, and if you take it out, it feels cheap. There's that movie about the two girls that are up on like the high tower, like what is it, like a cell phone tower or something. They get stuck up there, and they use the F-bomb like 150 plus times, but they were like, ooh, we want to make this PG-13. So they deep fake their voice and dialogue to say, frick and things like that, or freaking. See, that doesn't work. Should have just kept the OG version. Can't remember the name of the film, but I remember Star-the-Girl from Runaways from Marvel. Because I'm a Marvel mark. Of course, I remember that detail, but not the name of the movie. I want to say it was Fall. I'm not going to look this up to correct myself, but I want to say it was Fall.